everyone, my name is Sarah from grade 3 Sabri Indian School. Today I am going to explain my MSCS project. The title of the project is My Culture and Tradition versus UAE Culture and Tradition. My culture and tradition means I'm from India, so it is Indian culture and tradition versus UAE's culture and tradition. This is my project. I have prepared a booklet for my project. I have written my name and the topic of the project. Now let's see the meaning of culture. The ideas, custom and social behavior of a particular people or society. Meaning of tradition, the transmission of customs or beliefs from generation to generation or the fact to being passed on this way. Emirati culture is a blend of Arabian, Islamic and Persian cultures with influence from the cultures of East Africa and Indian subcontinent. The main cultural difference between India and the UAE is that UAE is a small country with homogeneous Islamic culture. Most people are Muslims and speak Arabic. On the other hand, India is a vast country with lots of cultural diversities in terms of languages and regional religion. Meaning of heritage, things that are passed on from generation to generation are called heritage. There are two types of heritage, tangible heritage and intangible heritage. In India, there is two types of heritage, cultural heritage and natural heritage. There are 40 World Heritage Sites located in India. Out of this, 32 are cultural, 7 are natural. The UAE has more than 200 islands of historical and heritage value and many natural reserves and mountain ranges. Here are few World Heritage Sites in India: Taj Mahal, Khajuraho, Hampi, Ajanta Caves, Ellora Caves, Bodh Gaya, Sun Temple and Red Fort and many more. Here are few tangible and intangible heritage sites in UAE. UNESCO World Heritage Sites, Alain Oasis, Hilla Archaeological Park, Jabal Hafid Tombs, Bidha Bint Sod, Gaga Island, and many more. The cultural heritage, which includes historical buildings, monuments and collections of information on how people lived, such as photos, painting, stories, newspapers and books and natural heritage, which includes mountains, rivers and any landscape. These are few pictures of Indian and UAE's heritage sites. The traditional clothes of India. The salwar kameez is also popular alongside saris. The men traditionally wear the Punjabi, which is a long shirt in the style of kurta. Their lower garments include cotton pajama pajama, dhoti and lungi. The abaya is a long elegant cloak worn by women in the UAE and is their national dress. The traditional dress of Emirati men is a dasha or a kandura. Foods of India. The traditional Indian food is famous world over for its use of multifarious herbs and spices. There are varieties of dishes available in Indian cuisine, and the way of cooking style differs from region to region. Foods of UAE. Staples of Emirati cuisine includes meat, fish and rice, with lamb and mutton being the more favored meats. Tea and coffee are the preferred beverages. The most popular Emirati dish is shawarma. Traditional dance forms of India. There are 9 classical dance forms in India. Bharatanatyam is a major genre of Indian classical dance that originated in the Hindu temples of Tamil Nadu and neighboring regions. Traditional dance forms of UAE is Alayala. Perhaps the most well-known traditional dance in the United Arab Emirates, Alayala is performed by men and boys at weddings, national holidays and other celebrations. Liva is a type of music and dance performed mainly in communities. Other Indian classical dances: Kathak, Kathakali, Kuchipudi, Manipuri, Mohiniyattam, Odissi and etc. Traditional Indian houses are made of stone, bricks, mud, wood, lime and thatch were the most widely used materials depending upon their availability in a particular region. Since time immemorial, homes have used stones for building walls, roofs and floors. The UAE's traditional house is called Arish house. These Bedouin houses were often built on a higher surface so more wind could pass through them. The majority of Dubai's first inhabitants lived in Barastis huts made with palm fronds and coral stone. National sports of UAE is camel racing. Hockey is the national game of India. The famous traditional sports in the UAE is falconry, camel racing, horse racing, boat racing, free diving, archery, shooting. Wrestling is the oldest sports in India. There are lists of more traditional Indian games played across the country like gilli danda, kho-kho, kusti, kabaddi, kite flying and etc. Festivals of UAE. Eid is one of the most important religious festivals of UAE. Eid marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan when every Muslim observes fast. Festivals of India. Indians celebrate Diwali, Eid, Christmas and many more. Dubai Shopping Festival, Eid al-Fitr, UAE National Day, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Dubai International Film Festival, Dubai International Jazz Festival, Afafi Festival, Abu Dhabi Festival are also celebrated in Dubai. In India, there are more than 50 festivals are celebrated in the country by the people of different cultures and religions. The Indian festivals form an integral part of the rich heritage of the country. They are the national symbols of UAE and India. Thank you for watching my project video.